So this is the second part of this assignment when we're looking at symbols. So I will zoom into that window. Actually, if I can zoom in, let's see. It's pretty small now. Now you might be tempted. You actually worked with patterns last time. And remember how we save patterns into swatches, right? Well, you can save this shape, the leaf, into swatches. However, it's not going to be a symbol. If you save into swatches, it will not work as a symbol. You actually have, in order to have a symbol, you need to save it into the symbols window, okay, the palette. So, and also with patterns, technically you couldn't edit them. You could pull out a pattern, edit, and save as a new. With symbol, you can edit the symbol and kind of update it. It's gonna update it all. So what I want you to do is select the leaf. Okay, select the leaf. So make sure you pull up your symbols option, and then just drag the leaf into the symbols. Or you can just click new symbol or leaf, and you will name it. You will name it leaf. Now, you probably see those options. Here it says type, movie clip, and graphic. This just works when you are exporting the file to Flash. Illustrator and Flash work together. Flash is vector. But movie clip is seen well by Illustrator, and you can actually do more with Flash with movie clip than graphic. So leave it as default movie clip. And don't worry about anything else. Just okay. Now there was a leaf, but I decided to draw my own leaf really quickly. Okay. I actually put that in the other one. So now what I want you to do, well, actually don't do it yet. The few things you can actually do. Now if you have a lot of time and patience, then you can be happy and keep pulling the leaf out, okay, to put it on the tree. Now there's a lot of leaves, so don't do that. Now other thing you can do is duplicate the leaf, and you can use the Alt Option key, and you can just move it. Alt Option is easy. It's easier than Command C, Command V. I mean, how many times can you be clicking that, right? That's nice, but if I want 100 leaves, you'll be like, oh Lord, nobody's that patient anymore. You know how it is when you get in traffic. So undo. So what we're going to do for two things. One is we will delete that symbol we already created. And we will edit, because this is a shape that we have. Now go to your symbols, and first thing, we will pull it out. Yes, we will. I know you're like, what? You do it twice. Yeah. Humor me. And we have to edit that symbol. We need to make it smaller. Notice nothing is happening. Why not? Because I am not in a symbol editing mode. So if I pull the other one out, it's like, you didn't do anything. In order to edit symbol, you can actually have to make sure it's editable. So one way to do it is double click on a leaf. It will put you in its own separate window. Okay. Now select it all. Command A is a shortcut. Or just drag it all. Just make it a little bit smaller, like that much. It's kind of tiny now. Okay. Now you notice that middle point, this is just a registration point. You can, if you're really picky, you want to move that leaf right there, you can. But you need to select it all, okay? Then when you're done, you need to exit the editing mode. So you need to click on the arrow and go back into your main layer that you're using, right? So now we edited our symbol. So that's how you can edit the symbol. So instead of putting it individually, the symbol on our tree, you can actually use some tools. One of them, well, there's few nested inside, is the symbol sprayer tool. Anybody used that before? No? So we will spray that symbol on a tree. Now, keep in mind the pressure matters. So don't be crazy clicking one place with your mouse. So get that sprayer and just spray away. Okay, you see how I'm spraying? And it's becoming part. Now, if it's outside, that's okay. We'll move it in a second. So even if it's outside a little bit of the tree, don't worry about it. Just keep spraying. Okay, we will move that in a minute. Yeah, so go ahead, keep spraying, have fun. Now Ben is trying to be great with that look. Mine is all over the place, and then that's good because I will show you how to use other tools. So you don't have to be, don't be perfect right now. All right. Now, after you sprayed it and it's a mess, hot mess, we're gonna select another tool right there, the same place, just click and hold, and we will use the shifter tool to shift things around. So hold the symbol shifter, and you can move it, shift it. Now, if you hold Option key, it's gonna go opposite direction. So I'm shifting it now. Okay. See, it's fitting my tree now. Okay, shift. Next one, we have the symbol Scruncher tool. So it's gonna scrunch it up. So even if your leaves are really far away, just be careful with this one. If I click too long, look what happens. Okay, that one is a little sensitive. Now, if you think now you're missing some leaves and you really want more, you can scrunch those and then go ahead and draw some more of them. It's allowed. Okay, so if you think your tree looks kind of naked still, go ahead and put more leaves on it. And then you can crunch them, scrunch them, and all the good things. Shift them. Okay, as long as your leaves are on the tree and not outside of it, you'll be fine. Right, mine is close enough. Now, if you hold the Option key, it's gonna separate it. So if you scrunch it too much, you can hold the Option key on a scruncher and it's gonna spread it, okay? So your Option Alt key will like do the opposite. So if I go too close, I can hold my Option Alt key and then it's gonna spread it for me. Right. Or the opposite, you know, so. Okay, the next tool we have is the sizer tool. This is where you can actually make it smaller or bigger. If you just click on it, it's gonna make the leaves bigger. But if you hold the Option, it's gonna make them smaller. So go ahead, just separate some sizes. I'm actually making it a little bit smaller. So I'm holding my Option when I do it. And now you can make some bigger as well. So just try to have various sizes of leaves. And you're probably seeing all this in a big circle in the middle is because we are using that Option here. Okay, so let's continue with our symbol. So I guess I'm happy now, a little bit happy with mine. We may want to maybe shift a little bit more. We'll spin it in a minute, so don't worry, the direction will change. Okay, after we're done with our sizer, go ahead, select the spinner and kind of spin your leaves so you have them all different directions. Now Option will do it the opposite way, so it's up to you how you select it. You can have like a wind going through it. So that's the spinner. The next tool over here we have the stainer. That's gonna stain with color. So before we actually do anything, select the stainer, and we're gonna make it into gloomy fall colors. The fall is coming, so go ahead, go into your either swatches or color guide, I don't care which one, and select kind of brown shades or orange shades. Okay, you can do orange or brown, whatever. Right? And this time I want you to stain it with different, and you can do different shades of the color. See, kind of I'm showing some fall colors in here. So I'm doing different shades of yellow. So go ahead and stain your tree with the fall colors. The next tools here, we have the screener and the styler. And you notice how they're all with an S, they named it. Screener just makes it transparent, and we don't really need it. You can test how it looks like, but undo. So if you click too much, it's very transparent. Now if you hold Option, it makes it more opaque. So I'm just gonna undo because I actually don't want to use that tool. And then the last tool, styler, just works with your graphic styles. And honestly, this one takes a lot of processing. And your graphic styles would be under, should be on the graphic styles here, or you can select it here from default. But we are not going to use it. Just know that it does that. Okay. So next, what I want you to do, you will create your own symbol, and it'll be easy. You can use the brush tool. So select your brush tool. And what I want you to select for color, and we're actually going to do no fill, but only stroke. Okay, no fill, stroke. And select green shade. So, no fill, select the stroke, select green. You can do swatches if you want. And then just draw a little grass. Remember, we will be duplicating this grass. It will be a symbol, so you don't have to do too much, just a few. Now, if it's too thick, like this, I have a fat brush. You can change your brush. Well, it is. You can change your brush into another type of brush, like flat brush. So I just changed my brush into flat brush. Okay? Did you see that from brushes? So click on your brushes, do flat. And then do a few of the brush strokes. Once you did it, select the brush. Once you've done it, go ahead, select it. Your grass. Go into your symbols, and you can just click new symbol. So symbols, new symbol. And then name it grass. And we have it now. Spraying with our sprayer tool. And you're going to be spraying kind of like, if it goes like this, okay, that's too much, right? So I guess I'm going to delete the first one and then go ahead with my sprayer. And you want to be kind of gentle spraying. Kind of like, you can do 2 rows. We're going to scrunch them anyway. But don't go over too much. Not like a tree. Okay? You'll be putting a lot of things into one line. So gentle. Then we can actually, when you do it, you can do the scruncher. Just kind of scrunch it up. So kind of like this. You see how I'm scrunched it? Now if you think, okay, don't do that. All over the place. Scrunch. Okay. If it's too much scrunch, you can move it. So just enjoy the process. So kind of like, it's the grass. Try to scrunch it together into one bunch of looking grass, so you have no spaces between. And then we will stain it again using the fall colors that we have for the tree. So you can then stain it. Oh, I make sure you have a stainer selected. Yeah, make sure you have the fill selected too. I will tell you. Right. Trying to decide which one I like better, but they're all getting worse color and worse after I do it. Becoming uglier and uglier, so let me see. Okay, that's good enough. And at this point, you can, once you stain it, you can save it, and you are done with the symbols part.